Hey guys, what's up? My name is Aniket and welcome back to another Elementor Pro tutorial. Today we are going to look at how you can use the login widget in Elementor Pro to create login forms in your website. Also, I've created a previous video which was on forms. Okay, so I have the video link in the I button, or you will find in the video description. In that video I talked about all the forms that you can make to either generate leads or to make people subscribe to newsletter or any other form in your website. But today we're going to use a login form widget and we're going to create a login form so that if you want to create a login system in your website, then you can use this login form widget in your website. Okay, so we are going to create it using Elementor Pro. So without wasting any further time, let's begin. Okay, so now we are on the computer screen and now you just create a test page, which I say in every video, and you click on edit with Elementor and then you go down, and this is the login widget which tutorial we're going to learn today. Okay, so now you drag this. Alright, so now this is your login form created. Okay, so now from here you have all the options to customize it. So first we have label. Okay, so all of you know what is a label. Label basically means the text which is present above the box. Okay, so it's written username or email address and its password, so it says what has to be filled inside this box. So if you turn this off, the label won't be visible, and if you turn this on, it's visible. Usually people keep it visible because it helps the user to know where to put what. Okay, so you can do it according to your own wish. So next is input size. Input size is here small, and if you click medium, the form would get a bit bigger. If you click on large, it would get a lot more bigger, and extra large it gets a lot bigger, and you can choose anyone you want. We leave it at default and small. Now we go to button. Okay, so in button you have text. So in text, whatever you write, it would be shown right here in the button. So as we know, it's a login form. Okay, so we can let's say put submit or login. So as it's a login form, so it's by default written login, but if you want to add any other text, you can add, like let's say I add submit. Okay, so I write submit here and it's written submit right now. Size is small. If I want to increase it, let's say I put it on large, so button size increases. You can do it according to your own wish. So now it's alignment. Where you want to put the button, you want to put it on left side, in center, or right, or justified. So by default the button is at the left side. Let's say I want to put it on center. I click on center and now the button is at center. I want to put it on right, I can select right one, and if I click justified, the button would be extended. Okay, it would take the whole form length, so it's not looking that great, so I'd put it on left side. Okay, but if you want, you can do the changes. Now you have additional options, and these are the main options that you need to choose in your login form. So first is redirect after login. So if I turn this on, it would ask me the redirect link. So what will happen is, if here, let's suppose I give my website link. Okay, let's say I give here https anikbind.com. Okay, so now after a user fill his details and clicks on submit, and then this page would redirect and would take you to a desired page. Let's say I create a login page, okay, where I asked user for their details, and when I click submit, then they take you to the page where logged in users can view the content. Okay, I can create that page and give its link. Okay, let's say you create a form where someone is purchasing a product. You create a checkout page. Okay, so user fill their details and make the payment, and then after making the payment, you can redirect them to a thank you page or any other page you created. So in this way you can do that. So the second option is redirect after logout. So this will what happen is, let's say I logged out, I have logged in. Okay, and now I'm on a certain page. Now if I click logged out, then you can give a link here, so whenever user logs out, it would take you to another, redirect you to another page. So you must have seen in social networks, let's suppose I am on Facebook. Okay, now I log in, so now I can see my friends, now I can see my news feed and all the posts appearing there. But if I click logout, I reach to the login page of Facebook. So this is known as redirect. Alright, so this is very simple. If you want, you can do that. So now the third one is lost your password. If it's toggled on right now, show it's showing lost your password. So you must have seen, if you forget your password, you click on lost your password, and then it would take you to a page where you can reset your password and then again put your password. So if you want, you can show that. So next one is remember me. So remember me basically means if you fill out your details and click on remember me and then log in, so what happens is you stay login. Otherwise, once you click login and you visit the site and then you exit, and next time you come you have to log in again. So if you click remember me, it would not log you out. Alright, so fifth one is logged in message. So whenever I fill the details and hit submit, it would show a message which is you're successfully logged in or something like that. It's default in Elementor. Okay, if you are like making a website by your own by doing coding, then you can show any message you want. Now the last one is custom label. So if I turn this on, I can change the label here. So as you can see here, it's written username label. Okay, now it's written here username or email address. It's showing username or email address. Placeholder basically means the text which is inside the form. It's written username or email address. Password label, and here's password and password, placeholder password. If I want to change anything, I can change right here. Okay, now let's go to style and we will customize our form. So first one is in the form, it says row gap. Row gap basically means the gap between these two boxes and remember me and submit. So if I increase this, as you can see, a space is created between these, so it's known as row gap. Now you have links color. Links color basically means, so this lost your password is a link. All right, so if I put a link color, let's say red, so as you can see, the lost your password is turned red now. Okay, so all the links in your form will be turned red. Now the second one is links hover color. Hover color basically means when I hover over the link, the color would change. So if I put it to black, so now if I go over lost your password, as you can see, it turns black. Okay, you can choose any color you want. Now let's go to label, and in label, as I already told you, okay, you can put spacing between the labels. I have turned off the labels in content, so let me turn it on. Alright, so now our labels are visible. Now if I increase the spacing here, as you can see, the spacing between the labels increases. Okay, you can set it according to your wish. Now text color, in text color you can set any color for the label. Let's say I put any random color which is red. Okay, now you can see the label colors are red. Okay, now you can change the font style. It's on default right now. If you want to add any other font style, you can add. Let's say I add any random font which is Times New Roman. Okay, so now as you can see, the font size changed. You can increase its size and decrease it according to your own wish. Alright, now we go to fields, and in fields you have a lot of options right here. Okay, so first you can change the text color. It's on default, but if you want to add any other color, you can change right from here. So whenever someone types right here, it changes the color. We'll leave it to default in black. Now it's typography. As I told you, you can add any font you wish. In background color, you can change the background color of this field. Let's say I put it to a blue, slight blue. Okay, now as you can see, the field color changes. Now if I type something right here, okay, so now the form, before it was white, now it was blue. So you can choose any color you want. Now second is border color. Border color, if I add a border, if you look closely, okay, you have a little bit border right here. Let me zoom it for you. Okay, as you can see right here, you have a little bit of border around this. Okay, so if you want to increase the border, you need to go to border width, and you can increase the border. Okay, you can increase it and again decrease it. Okay, you can choose it how much you prefer, and then you can add a border color right here. Now it's on a default color, but I want to add let's say yellow. Okay, and you can increase or decrease it. I'm just for the sake of tutorial, I'm just choosing some random colors, but you need to sit down and choose a perfect color that suits your website. If you have a color scheme in your website, you need to choose that color so that it matches to your website, and you can, there are a lot of color options you can choose and design it according to your wish. Now you have border radius. You can add a border radius around this form, so to make it a little bit cool. Okay, let's say increase, and now as you can see, it's a little bit rounded on the edges and it's looking a little bit funky and a little bit more stylish. Okay, So you can do that. Also you can do this to the button, which we'll discuss later, and in this way you can customize the fields. Now coming to the button, in button you have text color, typography, background color, see border radius, text padding. We're gonna discuss one by one. So first is text color. Now it's white, and on hover it's black. Okay, I have set it by default, but if you want to change, you can change it right now. Okay, in text color, let's say I add any random color. Okay, I'll add red is not properly visible. I would leave it by default. Let's say I add black right here in text color, and in typography I can choose any font. I leave it on default, and now if I go to hover in text color, I will add white. Alright, so now if I go over the button, as you can see, it turns to white as I put the cursor on it. So this is basically the normal and the hover. Background color, it's right now on blue. If I want to add any other color, I can add, make it white or make it red or any color I want. Okay, so now to this time being, I'm putting it to this color. Okay, now this is border type, and in button you get a lot of options for border. You get solid, double, dotted, dashed, groove. Okay, you can add any border. Let's say add this border which is dashed. Now if I increase the width, as you can see, a border is created around this. Okay, now also if I hover over this, as you can see, the border color also changes, so it makes it really cool. Now in color you can choose the border color. Now it's on black, you can add any other color you want. Now in border radius, as I told you, you can make the edges a bit rounded. So if I increase it, as you can see, the border also changes and the button also changes. Now it's a rounded button and it's looking really cool. And you can also add a text padding. So text padding will basically increase the space between the border and the text. If you want to do it, you can do, otherwise you can leave it default. Now the last one is logged in message. So the logged in message, as I told you, in content, in additional options, you have selected logged in message to show. So in style you can design that. So you can add the text color, in which what is the color of the text of the logged in message, or you can choose the font. Okay, so you can do it according to your wish. Now one thing I want to say is that in most WordPress websites, a login form is not of that great use, because whenever we create a login form, there are a lot of things that goes in the back. We had to send the login details to the database, and then when someone creates an account, we have to send the details to the database, and whenever someone logins, we have to retrieve that data from the database. So it takes a lot of things at the back end. But in WordPress you don't get that much of options. You can obviously get that much options in e-commerce website. If you use WooCommerce, which is WordPress e-commerce stores, you can build e-commerce stores in WordPress. In that you have a lot of options for the login. But usually if you have a blog, then there is no need of a login form or a sign in form or anything like that, because you do not make accounts there. You just have if you have a blog, okay, you write articles, there is no need of login form. So if you want a login form in your website, or create an account form, then you can go with a coded website, because you'd have a lot of options. As you can see right here, in this login form you only have a email address and a password form, and we cannot add any other form. But if we code a website, we can add as many things as we want. Okay, so usually in WordPress websites, login form is not required, but if you want, you can design it like this. So that was pretty much it for this video, and I hope you have enjoyed the video. And if you did enjoy, then please give this video a like, and also share this video among those who are in doubt how to create a beautiful login form in the website using Elementor Pro. And also, if you have any doubt regarding this video, then please write in the comment section and I will reply to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, be safe, be happy, and make everyone happy. Bye.